Last trading week ended on a positive note. Traders welcomed the news about a steady recovery in the U.S. labor market. Non-farm payrolls rose by 943,000 in July, showing the best gain in 11 months. Besides, the reading exceeded the forecasts. The US dollar, which demonstrates the strength of the greenback against a basket of 6 major rivals, soared to the level of 92.79 following NFP data. Investors assume that a buoyant recovery of the labor market may convince the Federal Reserve to raise the interest rate earlier than planned. Moreover, last week, Fed Vice Chair Richard Clarida said the conditions for raising interest rates could be met by the end of 2022. At the same time, the euro-dollar pair went down to the lowest level of 1.1760, last seen in April. Traders also assume that the European Central Bank will maintain a dovish stance for some time. Besides, last month the regulator vowed to keep interest rates at a record low level for as long as possible in order to reach the inflation target of 2%. Inflation is projected to approach the 2% target at least until 2023, so the euro-dollar pair lost 0.89% last week. The pound sterling also showed weakness, yet it incurred fewer losses in comparison with the euro. It can be explained by the different approaches of the ECB and the Bank of England to monetary policy. The Bank of England is expected to take a hawkish stance on monetary policy quite soon. The regulator left the key rate unchanged last Thursday and raised its inflation forecasts for 2021. However, it hinted that some moderate tightening may be required if the economy continues to demonstrate robust growth. Apart from that, the pound sterling added gains after the UK government cancelled most of the social distancing measures amid high rates of vaccination. Meanwhile, crypto traders managed to push Bitcoin higher. Its price has risen to the level of $45,000 over the past week. BTC also reaches new highs amid an increase in the activity of addresses in the network. After such a rapid rise in price, a correction is quite possible. The bearish sentiment still dominates the commodity market. On Friday, Brent crude futures fell below the level of $71 per barrel, which led to a drop in the US dollar. Besides, the US and China saw a surge in Delta cases, threatening demand during the peak summer season. However, a sharp decline in the oil market was largely due to tensions in the Middle East. Last week, the price of gold tumbled to the level of $1,760 per troy ounce due to a stronger dollar and a sharp increase in the yield of the US Treasuries. You've watched Combined Review of Financial Markets with me, Anna Kasatkina. Subscribe to our YouTube channel to keep track of all the latest events on financial markets, and we'll see you back soon.